Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to link your Google Classroom classes with your Synergy Classroom. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new classroom in Google Classroom. It's important that your classes in Google Classroom are separated by the same periods that you have in Synergy. For example, you want a separate Google Classroom for your third period class than you have for your fifth period class. If you already have your classes set up by period in Google Classroom, you can skip to this next step. Once my classroom is set, I want to take the class code and make a copy of it. This is what I'm going to use to link the classroom to Synergy. The first thing that you want to do in Synergy is grant permission to Google. You'll do this by finding the G next to the search bar. When you click on it, it gives you the option to grant permission in Google. It will take you to a sign-in window where you're going to sign in with your Jefferson Union account and click Allow. From there, it will take you back to Synergy and you see that the Google G is now in color. In Synergy, you're going to go to Gradebook and then toggle down to Gradebook Setup. In Gradebook Setup, you're going to go to the tab that says Class Settings. This is where you see that there is a column for Google Classroom. You want to hit Edit and then scroll down to the classroom that you're going to be linking. Today, I'm going to be linking my ELD1 third period class. I toggle to where it says Google Classroom and make it so that's enabled, and then hit on the down button to where it says class code. This is where I'm going to enter my class code from Synergy. Here, I have the option to sync student roster, sync assignments, and sync scores. By leaving sync student roster on, it will make sure to add all of my students to Google Classroom. If, for example, you haven't set up a Google Classroom yet, this is important because it will automatically add all of your students. If you already have your Google Classroom set, leaving this toggled will add in any students that haven't entered. We see the next is sync assignments. This will make it so that all of the assignments that you've created from the date here are on Google Classroom. We want to leave this on, and sync scores. Now, when it asks when you want to sync your Google Classroom assignments from, I would advise putting either today's date or a recent date, maybe from the beginning of when we went on at-home learning. Doing this will make it so that it doesn't sync all of the assignments going backwards. If you leave it and you put it to January, every assignment that you've created in Synergy will create an assignment in Google Classroom. So like I said, for today, we are going to leave this with our class code and our assignment date as of today. I'm going to go back up here and hit Save. We see that it's setting up. And once it's set up, it'll take me back to the gradebook window and it will show that it's syncing from Google. Once Google has finished syncing, I'm going to wait a couple minutes and then go back to Google Classroom. When I go back to Google Classroom, I can see in my class that now I have 24 students where previously I had 0. If I click into my class, I click into people, I see that all of my students are now listed here. If I have a student that is added to my class after this date, I can always add them individually by clicking Invite Students and beginning to type in their names. This is how I link Synergy and my Google Classroom.